Hello, good evening everybody. How is everyone doing tonight? I thought I would jump on here, do a quick stream for you all. It's been it's almost been a week since I did my last live stream. It's been so hot here the past week, and it's just to sit in a room and stream has been a little bit tough. So it's a little bit more comfortable this evening. I thought I would jump on here and just give you guys a little bit of an update as to some of the stuff that we've been going over recently. Some trades that I've taken. Obviously, the trade that I am in right now, which is the long at the moment off of this bounce that we've had recently. And just generally to go over some plans and some thoughts for the future. We can take a look at some altcoins. We can take a look at whatever people may want to have a look at, basically. So first of all, who do we have in the chat? Who have we got in here? We got like 50 viewers in here. Let's get the likes up if we can. That'd be great. Nahuel, welcome. Mr. Brownbug, welcome. P is in here as always. The Nereo, Dark Mood, Dravo, I don't know. GC, welcome, GC. Boss G Main, Josh. I'm not Josh, but hi, welcome. Christopher, and yes, I can take a look at Atom. Atom is something that I have actually been keeping an eye on recently, so I will have a look at Atom this evening. And again, if anyone else wants me to have a look at some stuff, then I will do that. But yeah, I want to start with Bitcoin, as always, because always explicit as well. Welcome. Always here, and Liquid is in the chat. Okay, I'll stop looking at the chat for just a second. I'm going to start with Bitcoin, and I think what's happened today. Okay, so before I do anything, I know I've got some positions on here. But was there anyone in the chat that was feeling pretty bearish that like this was all over and we'd reached a high and that we were just going to crash and all of that kind of thing? I think from what I've been seeing today, there was just a general bearish sentiment back within the market today. But this was something that we had planned yesterday within the crew. Okay, this was a trade idea that I had laid out, that I had basically planned for. I can show this on the if I bring up the Discord quickly, then I can just show this on here, and I just want to explain how it was that we were getting some of these ideas on this. So if I do just pull up the Discord, and everyone here can see this is basically within the crew section now. So if there is anyone that is new to the stream, everyone was expecting Josh, right? I don't know. I'm afraid Josh isn't here today. It's just Luke today. But yeah, for anyone who is new to the channel or anything, or is basically part of the channel, maybe been following some time, and is yet to take the plunge into the crew section. We've got some new sections in here where each of the three coaches, myself, Luxury, French Bull, and adding some more in the near future. This is where we share all of our ideas throughout the day, basically. And we had this plan yesterday, basically, of wanting to see Bitcoin push up a little bit up into this like 24K region before pulling back towards 22,400. And that was the region that I was then going to be looking for longs, and that just kind of progressed throughout the day, and we were looking at these kind of ideas. Maybe Asia comes and takes the highs overnight, and then we get this pullback. But then what we've seen is this like bigger grind down, basically, that hasn't followed like this path here. We've just had a more grinding path down. Here we are earlier on when I had my trading update that I release every day. This was just saying that this region in the green here is really where I'm going to be looking for longs. I'm not too interested in anything outside of that, because we have a lot of potential there. Okay, we have potential ciphers within this area, with it coming back into a golden pocket region, and there's a ton of stuff here as well. So then we finally came in and hit some of my bids here, and these are the 3 take profits that I'm looking at for this trade. Okay, so this is just kind of the story of the trade that I've taken today, and then obviously getting that take profit one as we come into the daily open. But I'll just I'll close that up again for now, and we'll just go over the reasoning for that. Okay, so generally I think sentiment was fairly bearish actually yesterday after we kind of had that little bit of a rejection. Again, S&P coming up to take the highs of its own range, NASDAQ coming into some resistance as well, and then falling back behind yesterday's daily open, which then caused a further move to the downside. Okay, so for myself, we remain in an uptrend. Okay, it's we do remain in an uptrend. We remain holding the point of control of this uptrend, and we have come into the daily level, which is a very significant level. What we have on top of that is if we are taking our last pivot low to our pivot high, so that's the 786 on here, because that is something that is going to be shown on Atom in just a moment. We have come into the golden pocket on this region here. Okay, so there's that 618 area, which is always nice support, always nice to add as confluence. We have had that, so it's very, very crucial. Okay, what you do not want to be doing at this stage is losing the POC of whatever trend or whatever range you are in. If you do lose the POC, and this is just a general take, it doesn't always happen, but more often than not, you come down, you test the POC, you want to see a bounce and you want to see continuation of that. If you are to lose that, then you would expect to see continuation all the way down, back down to value area low, which is funnily enough where we do have some more confluence down here. So we will cover where this confluence is again in just a second, but that really being just very, very key support in my opinion. Okay, what we also have there, if we do go onto the four, no, not the four, not the one, it's the 30-minute. We do have the little order blocks down here. Okay, so you can just see this little consolidation before we impulsed up a couple of days ago, and this just adds a little bit more additional stuff if you do need it. Now, with all of this, I haven't even checked this. I wonder if we've got an anchored VWAP from this low as well. Not quite. I was taking it from the highs, but yeah, that was just an additional thing. I was just interested to see if we did have, there we go, the anchor VWAP, but no, we don't. Yes, the POC. Now, what is also there is if we go on to, this isn't the same on the USDT chart, so this is a little bit different if we are looking at the USDT as opposed to the USD. But if we zoom out off of this, you can see what we also have here is the value area high of the bigger range that we're in. And this is, again, very, very important that we are holding the value area high here of this macro range if we are to be seeing any continuation off of this. Okay, so very important that we're holding up at the highs of the range. It would make complete sense to form a range here. That is what I'm looking for. I do believe that the highs have a very good possibility of being taken, and I do think that we could see a range being put in. What I do not want to see is, like I just mentioned, price losing the point of control. Anything below that does make me at that stage very bearish. I would be looking to basically close out of long positions that I'm in, so long positions that I have from lower, long positions that I've got here, and I would also look to get more aggressive on my hedge short positions just to protect the account, because I do believe that if you were to lose a trend such as this and you were to come back down and backtest this maybe as resistance, there's a very high probability that we're going to be seeing another further 10, 15, 20% move to the downside. Okay, and it just kind of makes sense from that, right? If this is such a significant level and you've got stops all the way up with long positions being built, you do not want to lose this region, because then your nearest liquidity is, yeah, like I say, about 15-20% further to the downside. That is where I would be looking at. Now, there are potential regions that you could bounce in between there. You could turn this into some bigger range and just continue with this large range that we've been in, then forming some range up at the upper portion of it rather than the lower portion. And what we do have there is a little bit of confluence lower down. So if this was to roll over, okay, if we don't go and get our targets and we do start to form a downtrend from this, then what I'd be looking for would be shorts within this region, and I'd be looking to take that down at the very least down here until about $21,000. Now, within that region, you have the value area low of this range. You go back onto here and you can see that you do have high volume nodes. It's not the POC, but you do have significant high volume nodes within that $21,000 region. And what you also have is a nice daily order block. And if you are to go from your ultimate low to the high of this entire move, and just turn that onto the golden pocket, then look where that sits. Okay, really nice, $20,800, $21,000. A very nice region of support if this was to continue the downtrend, the local downtrend that we have had over the past however long day, the last day. Okay, so really important levels that I'm looking at. Okay, 3 very important levels, basically equal distance between them kind of at the moment. I'm still in this long position. I'm going to be holding this long position. I have taken take profit 1. I do believe that this has a decent opportunity of getting continuation, but we will obviously have to see how legacy markets do, because there is a big correlation there. If this can hold within the range through to tomorrow, and we can close within this range tomorrow, I do think it's very likely that we do come up and take these highs, because then you're going to have a weekend without the S&P, without the NASDAQ kind of messing up with price action. And that will give Bitcoin the market to itself. And if it's holding the POC at that stage, when it's got to the market to itself, I would expect a little bit of a search to the upside to find that liquidity to take out any early short positions. And then maybe we're looking down at shorts next week once we do hit our like massive resistance. Well, not massive resistance. There's not an awful lot in the chart above us. But there is a resistance here at 24,400 that I will be keeping a very key eye on if we were to come up there. On the plus side, the positives from this, we're holding above VWAP for the day. Okay, so we've found that little rejection at daily open, but we're holding above the VWAP. We do seem to be, again, you've kind of come back in and filled some of the inefficiencies within here. We could go a little bit deeper, but I wouldn't really want to be losing the VWAP at this stage. Especially as we've been in a downtrend all day, and this is the first time that we've really changed that market structure. So if we can see that VWAP start to curve up, start to support price, we can reclaim the daily open, then we come up to our next take profit, which is the golden pocket. Nice and easy. Okay, you're taking out some local highs, you're coming into the golden pocket here, and then if things still look good in tomorrow, then we're looking up towards that 24,400 region of resistance up here, which I have labeled on here because we did do this in the trading room yesterday with the crew. Basically, as we were making these highs, we were looking for where we were likely to find resistance. Now, it never quite got there, but we do have a 24,400. We've got 4-hour inefficiencies, fair value gap, whatever it is you want to call it. We've got 12-hour highs up there, and we've got the daily EQ of the day that we did break down and dump earlier on in June, like the big capitulation day, right? So that is the EQ, the midpoint of that day. So enough to get a scalp off of at the very least. It would also be a nice SFP for these highs. If it were to happen on a weekend, it would be a great short, because I do think we do run down a little bit more over time. But for now, I still think that the uptrend can remain intact for a little bit longer. So yeah, that basically is Bitcoin. Obviously tomorrow, if we do, I've said what we're going to do if we roll over. So if we do lose the VWAP, if we do find ourselves coming back down here, back into this region, I really wouldn't want to be longing this again. We've hit the level. I think we've hit the level, we've impulsed up out of it. We should be getting continuation at this stage. If we are to roll over, come into the golden pocket, maybe backfill all of this candle that came up here, maybe. But at that stage, I think I would be favouring more of a move to the downside. And then if we do get a back test of this region, so let's say we come down, we roll over, we take out these lows, we come back into here, I would be looking for short positions down to $21,000, which would make sense, right? I think that is yeah, what the market would like to do, I guess. I'm just looking at this as well. I'd imagine that what we've come into here is the 382, maybe even the 0.5, so a little bit deeper. These candle closes will be the 382. So full fib. There you go. There's your 382 just here. So we've retraced back into the 382 and wicked into the 0.5. Okay, so we have wicked into the 0.5. That's pretty decent. A pretty decent pullback from what we've seen so far. Yeah, I think that is basically the plan. for now. Nothing else so much on Bitcoin. I'll have a look at the chat. So, is there anything? The chat's gone very quiet. I don't see anything in there. I'll have a look at Atom in a minute. I can have a look at Litecoin. I can maybe mention a couple of other things. But the Kukuga King, I need a small pullback, didn't get my fill. That is unfortunate. That is unfortunate. We did have the daily level there, so I actually had two. I was looking at the POC as well, but I did have two limit orders filled there. So one was at 22,400 exactly, and another one at 22,350. So it's like $50 increments coming down here. So yeah, filled twice, closing a little bit of that, and seeing if we can get some continuation from there. Ethereum, not much to add. I mean, this is bounced into the golden pocket. There we go. So this is bounced into the golden pocket here. I haven't really updated my levels off of this. I'm still looking for a little bit higher on this. So 1,650, with the potential, if we do get further continuation, to get up to $1,800. So this is a little bit higher time frame, right? What we do have here is a nice little 4-hour order block within that region. So if Bitcoin can come up and take the highs to come into 24,400, then I would expect Ethereum to follow that into 1,650. If there can then be a bit more continuation, maybe over the weekend or whatever, then we do have 1,800 on Ethereum. But we will have to wait and see on that. At the moment, it's actually just got caught below this daily level. So right now, what you have to consider this as on the BTC pair is so far just a bearish backtest of macro resistance. Okay, you've got a very important daily level, which was the start of this big impulse down that broke the range. So this was the uptrend it was in. It was a nice channel at the time here, so you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times it acted as support. You break down, this is the day that you broke down. Okay, so we're back into this daily level. This is currently acting as resistance on here for now, and we also have the POC. Okay, so we do have the POC here. So what we have to be aware of is that this on the BTC pair is quite major resistance. Okay, so it's also, what else is it? It's the golden pocket as well here. So we do have quite a lot of resistance here on the BTC pair, and again on the USD we are coming up into that region of resistance here. Okay, you wanted to look at Atom, right? So Atom is something else that I have been looking at. I shared this on Twitter earlier. Okay, here we go. So on Atom, I was feeling a little bit of FOMO on this one, actually. So this was one that I tweeted, and I do think that it's quite likely that we can see some higher prices. Now, this did come into that first target today. So when this had dropped down, I think we do have some higher targets on this that I'd be looking at. But basically, yeah, coming into that $11 region and $12.50, looking at these two levels as major resistance on here. Now, again, it's similar to other stuff that I've been showing. Right, you've come up into the value area high. If it can hold here, that's pretty good. Okay, it had a few little retraces into where we were back here, golden pocket. Okay, you come into it from this bigger move from here to here. That came down into the 786, which is why I'm now using the 786 for above. Okay, so you can see a move up into the top of the channel, comes back down into the 786 here, the value area low, through your point of control. At that stage, you're looking for a move up towards the value area high, breaking through the top of this channel, but not really significantly at this stage, but also coming into the 786 and the value area high just here. Okay, so that is Atom. There's not too much that I too much else that I've really got on this. I haven't traded it. It would be a potential for a short position here. You're getting a little bit of divergence here on the 4 hour. You can see it's very slightly below, but nothing too major. Again, on the 1 hour here, it's slightly below. So it's, yeah, it's kind of maybe a little bit overextended. And it's at the value area high, and it's coming into high volume nodes. So yeah, we'll see on this one. But if it can break through this, if it can hold a range here, then I see no reason why we won't be seeing $12.50 on this. What else? Litecoin. Someone wanted me to have a look at Litecoin. So let me have a look on there. Again, I haven't really charted Litecoin. Litecoin does not look very good. So yeah, it doesn't look particularly great, if I'm honest, on here. You've had a change of market structure. Yeah, definitely weaker than the rest of the market, which is generally the case with Litecoin. Still caught within the range, still caught within value area. So this, yeah, there's nothing really bullish about this. If we're looking at Bitcoin and Ethereum and other better performing assets coming into resistance, and Litecoin is lagging behind, then I mean that's just going to give you shorts. So I would say this very clearly, if you can come back into the value area high, what am I doing? If you could come back into the value area high here, and what you would also have there is the golden pocket, right? Then that could present some nice short opportunities, maybe back down towards the point of control. But it's not really doing anything from a BTC pair perspective, right? It's just caught in this very small nothingness range of nothing. So plus side, Litecoin, is there anything positive about this? I mean, you had a nice like V-shape kind of recovery reaction off of here, but you're still yeah, you're gonna have to see a little bit more from Litecoin before it goes on a bit of a run. I think it's too early for me to really be looking at anything major on here. It seems, yeah, just likely that this could roll back over a little bit lower. So yeah. not too much. Is there on the S&P? Okay, this is kind of significant, right? We did a little bit of analysis here again on the trading room yesterday on the SPX. So this was very important today, and we have seen the continuation with price action today, which has been nice. I have a very major area of resistance on the S&P 500. Okay, we've got a 4 hour order block just here. We've got, so these 4 hour highs, the 4 hour level. We've got a nice 1-to-1 coming up into that region, and we do have, again, another second 1-to-1 coming in here. So if you're looking at these trend-based fibs from your low, high, low, and then again from low, high, low, then these give you these two little 1-to-1 levels up around this, just above 4,000. Okay, so we're looking at 4,000 up towards about 4,030. Okay, so that is, yeah, that's the next area of resistance. Now, as long as it can hold this little purple region, which is, again, you've got a daily order block up at these highs, this is giving you significant support at the moment. You've got a weekly level there, you've got your monthly high. Well, what was the monthly high? Clearly not the monthly high anymore because we've gone higher. But this was the previous high that we had before we broke out. And the fact that you're holding above that and getting continuation, which is very important, you are getting continuation above that at this stage, then I do see that as being fairly bullish. You're maintaining this uptrend, and I would be looking for higher on this. The market reacted well today to the euro news. So again, if anyone is unaware, we did have the European Central Bank today announce a 50 base points hike in inflation, in interest rates. Now that's the first time that basically the ECB, the European Central Bank, has gone out of negative interest. So it's been at negative 5% interest. So paying people to lend, basically, which is insane. So basically paying people to take mortgages and all of that kind of stuff, which for an economy, crazy. But they've been doing that for the past 8 years, which is just massively detrimental to the euro and to Europe in general. And today they've finally cancelled that out, so they've gone to nothing now. It's 0% interest. Nobody gets paid. The banks make no money. People make no money. Still kind of stupid, but the market has reacted positively to that. And that again has been, or was, was clear in the way that the euro bounced finally from after it reached parity with the dollar down here, which would have been like, if anyone in here trades forex and you didn't long the euro, like if you didn't long the euro once it lost its dollar, like when it came below the dollar and lost that like parity and went below, crazy. But yeah, we had a bit of a pullback. It reacted quite nicely, and then it's kind of fallen back into this. So a bit of relief from the euro. And then the other thing, okay, the Nasdaq's coming up into important areas. So as with the S&P 500, I don't check the Nasdaq all that often. Maybe I should check it a little bit more often because it is moving in a quite a nice little range at the moment. But you did come up into the daily level here on the Nasdaq, and what looks like it may, I don't know, because again I don't really chart this. It just hit an alert at my daily level. So you got the POC of that range here, okay? So something to be aware of, okay? If we're looking at a pullback across the board, it's likely to be led by legacy markets. We can see from here you've got a bit of a parabola going on, so not very well drawn at all. Yeah, something like that, right? There you go. You see, you got a bit of a parabolic advance, but if this does get caught here, it would likely drag down the rest of the market as well. Now it's the Nasdaq, okay? It's not made up as quite as many assets as something like the S&P 500, but it's tech, so Bitcoin is going to be highly correlated to that. So we do need to be aware of what is going on in the S&P 500 and also what is going on the Nasdaq. Tesla obviously doing quite well after its earnings. The other thing, sorry, yeah, I've just seen here the gap. So there is the gap on the S&P at 4,017, okay, so that does line up within this region here, okay. For the 4-hour high is 4,018, and the gap is at 4,017. So if we do come up there, maybe tomorrow, it is a Friday, it would be nice to hit that at the end of the week. That would be very nice. So if we are to get something like that, then yeah, I would certainly be looking for, I mean, ideal scenario, right? You have tomorrow, Bitcoin taking the highs, 24,400. The S&P coming up to 4,018, 4,017, and you have the Nasdaq taking out this daily level and maybe having some kind of SFP off of that. Okay, so if we can get a bit of a move up and we can fail here, you got an anchored VWAP on the Nasdaq. I don't know when I drew that, but yeah, if the Nasdaq can do the same thing, take some liquidity, SFP, that kind of thing, all of those together lining up would be quite nice. If not tomorrow, then maybe early next week, and then we look at next week as being a bit of a corrective week or a dumpy week or whatever. Then yeah, then yeah, that's basically what we're looking for. A few other things before I again take any more questions. .USDT coming back into, had this on the 4-hour, so again DOT has been interesting to me. I think that's in quite a nice uptrend itself. But what it did today is did lose that POC. But what it has done is come back into those 4-hour highs here. And if we do go again from our recent move up, then we do have that golden pocket region. Again, if we widen that up a little bit for the altcoins, which gives you that 618, 702 and the 786, then we can get a little bit of continuation again from there. So yeah, that's DOT. I still think we're looking okay on DOT. You've got this little bit of a channel that gives you a bit more confidence on here. If we do pull this back, POC's lower. If you do pull this back more, yeah, POC's lower. You're back below the value area. So yeah, we'll have to kind of watch this. I am long DOT from around the lows. I have taken profit on it, but I did take profit on it like when we took out this high. So at this stage, there's no point me taking more profit on it. It either doesn't come and hit my targets, which is around $8.50, $10 if this can go on a real big move. But yeah, alternatively, we start a downtrend and I just close out of the long position that I'm in a little bit later. Maybe even take a short. Maybe, I don't know. Possibly. We'll wait and see. Solana also looks interesting, but whatever. Matic is red, so yes, Matic I'm looking at shorts, because if I've got it as red, then I'll be looking at a short. Matic has hit a good target. Okay, so this is the one-to-one. So the one extension of the previous range that we were in. So it came up into there. And what it has done now is bounced back off. I drew this... When? Did I just draw it then? No, I didn't. I drew this recently. It must have been during a trading room, and this was the region I was looking for. I will find the trading room that I said about this level being very important support, because it has had a very good bounce from it, but it's come back into resistance. Okay, you've come back into these order blocks here, you've taken a little bit of liquidity above this, and it is struggling. It's another one of those that's maybe slightly overextended in the move that it's in, but as we're expecting with Bitcoin, as we're expecting with Ethereum, as we're expecting with other stuff, I would expect a range to continue on here for a little bit longer. So if we do maybe something like this, maybe we have a descending triangle that takes us back down. I have no idea, but I am expecting this price action, this chop around the highs, to continue a little bit longer. ETH Classic, I'm in a short on. Happy to be holding that, so I shorted it up here. At this stage, you're back below. You're looking at low SFP. I would expect continuation further down on ETH Classic. This thing I'm looking to short, whatever this is, CVX. Don't really know. Something. Something. Can I look at CRV? Oh, and ADA. Oh my god. Right, we're going to have to bring back in the old rule of... I'll very, very briefly look at ADA and CRV, okay? Super quick. Oh, and ENS. Jeez. Okay, ENS, ADA, CRV. Anything beyond that, super chat, guys. You got to be doing the super chat. I think a little bit lower on ADA would be nice if you can get a little bit of a... if you can come down and take these lows. The other thing is you do have, like, head and shoulders, cock and balls type situation going on here on Cardano. I wouldn't be overly bullish on this unless, again, it can get back above this value area high and get some continuation there. That doesn't look very pretty. It's quite a major rejection. But again, as long as you're holding this POC, where is the POC from the uptrend? I would have thought probably either here or here. So yeah, you're right at it. So you're right at that POC from the uptrend. This isn't ideal. You would have wanted to see a bounce a little bit earlier, right? but hey. Never mind shitcoins. How's order flow on BTC, please? Yes. I'm also not going to be looking at Cirrus. I never told anyone to ape into Cirrus. I mean, I exited that at a very healthy profit. So if you're still holding a bag, yeah. I also told it, like, we lost the channel. Like, it was in a really healthy uptrend, and then you lost the channel, and I was like, this looks awful. And I can remember saying that on a stream, and it did look awful. So, sorry, sorry. I know that's crypto. Unfortunately. What else was I going to look at? It was ENS and CRV. Daily level. At the top of the range. Then got that weekly above. It's nice reaction. I wouldn't short that. I know you're there, and you've taken you haven't yet taken local highs, have you? You've hit the daily level again, but not taken out that previous high. Yeah, you'll get a rejection off of this, but I think even if you were looking to scalp that coming into the daily, you've probably already got what you would want. You've got a 2.5% move to the downside off of that already. Like, can you really expect anything more? Yeah, it would be. We'll just have to see how that goes, but I wouldn't be looking to short this. That's a very, very nice reaction that CRV has had at the moment. Anything other than maybe a scalp. Okay, so CRV still looks pretty good. And again, it's doing the same thing as Bitcoin, holding above the range. Last one was ENS. I'd actually say these. So within this region, that's your order block. Breakout from value area. Okay, so you hold the POC 1, 2, 3. Very, very even profile on that. Very, very good balance within that region. I'm actually just going to see what's going on outside of there. I don't normally check what's going on outside of value area, because I like to trade within it or use other methods to trade outside of value area. But a very even profile. Very even. All the way up to here. So, yeah, it's had a nice impulse up today. You've come into the daily level. You are a bit overextended for sure. Again, possible short opportunities. But out of these highs, you've taken only 1 of 3. Have you taken only 1 of 3, or have you taken 2? Did it take this high? Did it? Did it? Yes, look at that. It did. It did take the high by nothing. By nothing at all. Apparently it took the high, right? It's there. So there we go. Mr. Brownmug, sorry to mention, Luke, but your t-shirt is again the robber one. But you're out in the sun. I like it. It's not a robber one. Why am I always... I can't wear any t-shirt. I wear a plain t-shirt and you complain. I wear like a horizontal striped t-shirt. If I wear one with like a little thing, you'll be like, I can't wear it. I'm just gonna have to get the Taurus t-shirts. Who wants a Taurus t-shirt? Does anyone in the chat want Taurus t-shirts? We've been talking about this for a long time, but if anyone in the chat would like a Taurus t-shirt, then yeah, maybe we can give some away, and we can all wear them. Sweeping Hawk, welcome. Swooping Hawk has been working very hard. She's been doing a really amazing harmonics video series for everyone in the crew. That's going to be released from tomorrow. So we do have the first episode of that coming out tomorrow. So hype in the chat, smash the like button for Swooping Hawk's harmonic series. That is going to be very exciting to see. What else do we have going on? If there is anyone that's new over here, then if you are new in the chat, if you are new to this channel, if you are new to the channel, please just do wave or say hi or say something so I can get an idea of if anyone new watches. I know we're in a bear market, but it would be very nice to see if anyone new is watching. Yeah? If you are new, say hi. But in the meantime, if you are new here, this is only going to be for the new people because you will have seen this many times before. But if you're new or if you just need reminding, and you are not new, please do visit tauruscrypto.com. Okay, where you can learn more about our community. Okay, you can join the Discord community here. We do also have the Taurus crew. So within the Taurus crew, okay, we are working hard every day to bring the best content we can to everyone within the crew. Okay, we're doing daily trading rooms. So anyone who is a member, a student of us in the crew, this is basically our job, is to try and give you guys the best information possible. And that's what we do when we are in the crew. Okay, so we do these daily trading rooms. We're going to be changing up the schedule slightly from August. So we're going to be adding in some more content. We're going to be doing some more stuff from August. We've had some really good feedback from the community in general about how we can improve everything that we're doing within the crew, how we can add more value, what it is that people really want to see. So we'll be adding things like more live trade examples, so loads more live trade examples, lots more live trading. We're going to be doing some more New York trading room stuff. There'll be some additional streams as well, so a real focus on the execution of the trades, what we're taking. We will be doing like a weekly recap, going over some trades that we've taken, live examples and things as well. So this will be announced very soon, but plenty of new things based on the feedback that we've been getting that will make it still the best, in my opinion, community out there to further yourself as a trader. So yeah, that's really cool. So again, if you are on Twitter, then please do follow on Twitter. I'm going to see if anyone follows. It's poor. Right, Twitter's really bad. I don't do enough of it. But let's see if we can get this Twitter followers up a little bit, and that would be amazing. So it is Taurus Crypto on Twitter. You can see it right there. Okay, so just search, and then you can then you can follow on Twitter. Okay. Robot. I'm pretty sure that wasn't you. I didn't hang up, I just muted my phone. Alright. Yeah, Nerio, that comment was held from review, but I'll allow that. I'll let that through. That's another thing. As we're talking about harmonics, there is a harmonic here on Bitcoin, right? That I'm looking at, that I will be very keen, very, very keen to see play out. Now, I'm not the biggest harmonic guy in the world. Okay, so I may get told off for presenting this because Swooping Hawk really is, she is incredibly technical and knows everything that there is to know about harmonics. But I'm looking at the cipher here, right? And if this was to play out, it would make me quite happy because this would continue the kind of range that I'm looking for. And then basically everyone who's a little bit angry and a little bit annoyed about getting front run on their entries today at this POC, if we can get some continuation up there, if we can fail and we can dump back down and take out wick below the POC before getting a bounce back into this daily level, and then maybe we come down again here, then that would give us a really nice range to trade, where you have a deviation at the highs, the same again at the lows, and then you're looking to come back in to the 0.5, the golden pocket. Significant stuff that you've got there. Maybe the value area high will be around there. We don't really know until it gets there, but that is something that I'm really looking out for, just in case. Okay, it's speculative, it's there as an idea. If it happens, we can make a plan for that to happen. Okay, so yeah, that is the little cipher of which the fake harmonic. Should I make it into a Gartley? Okay, there we go. What we'll do, this will cheer you up. I thought the Gartley was the fake harmonic, not the cipher. Let's do how's that? Should we go? No, I gotta go 618. Gartley, happy? Yeah. We'll do a Gartley instead. So we can come up into here, we'll hit the golden pocket, then we can take out, hit the POC, and then maybe we can go for this later. Actually, either of those would be amazing, right? Both of those would be really good. You've got them both. Either idea, whichever one you want. And then this is, yeah, an ABCD correction, essentially. All right. So you got both as potential for some good stuff. I don't really think there's anything further to go over. Yeah, there's not. Cypher is a rip-off from the Shark, yeah. Yeah, but it's a little bit deeper, isn't it? You guys, yeah, you guys are good. Well done. We'll go for the Gartley. I like the cipher because it matched with my idea better, but we'll go for the Gartley. We can flip this around to whichever it is, and either way we'll be like, yes, it happened. It's great. It's exactly as predicted. Or a shark. No, it's too. Oh, ooh. Okay, sorry. Come down. Come down here. That comes into... Okay. I mean, you're close enough to the 382 there. Playing. Yeah? Playing with ideas. Remove. Delirium, which alt is up most today so we can short it? Fifi. No, Fitfi is up the most today. Had an SFP. Came back into 30-minute highs. CRV is the other one, right? And ENS and Atom. Man, you guys are literally just like... all of the requests, so the requests that we had, CRV, ENS and Atom, were like the three biggest, and Matic, three of the biggest movers of the day. I hope this wasn't people looking for long positions. Yeah. Cool. I think I will wrap this up. We did have a little question about order flow. I mean, you had nice order flow at the lows earlier on. Coming in, you got a decent amount of short positions that came in during this consolidation, right? This is what you often like to see. So this is when you came into support on here, and then once we had that bounce, you then got shorts piling in, and then they were being absorbed. And this is what we so often see, right, is you do get those shorts absorbed. So if we just zoom in on this, it's probably the only order flow example I can give from today. You had the bounce, then you came into the 382. Okay, the bounce into the 382. You have short positions opening, so you have negative delta at that point, but that's being absorbed, and then obviously we get a nice move out of that. Okay, so this would have been good confirmation earlier for that long position off of the downtrend. Okay, the downtrend that we're in, that change of local market structure, and then you come back into the 382 with an increase in open interest, playing mostly from short positions opening at that point, trying to force price back down, getting quite bearish, and then you expand quite nicely out of that into, yeah, where we are now, which is almost up at that daily open, which was the first target. Yeah, so that's a little order flow stuff. Right now, again, shorts during consolidation, but also longs fairly equal. Yeah, cool. All right, that'll do it for today. Thank you everyone so much for watching. It has been a pleasure as always. Again, anybody here who would like to learn more about kind of the way that we trade, if you want to learn more about reading the charts, the order flow, the kind of technical analysis and everything like that, then please do go and check out tauruscrypto.com, which is where you can find out more information about everything that we do here within the crew membership and everything. Okay, so yeah, thank you, and I hope everyone has a great great weekend, great evening. I will see you all. Well, I'll see the crew for Asia trading room tonight, and the rest of you guys, I will probably see you tomorrow because I will probably do a stream as well. So yeah, great. Cheers. Bye everyone. Where's my webcam gone? There's always a delay with this, right? And I have to just turn my webcam and my mic off before I actually end the stream because there's a massive delay and otherwise it cuts me off. Anyway, now I'm going. Bye.